All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom, salute to the elect. This is a continuation of the video prior. The 31-year-old woman gets no jail time for having a baby with a 13-year-old. So let's go.
This case in
fair use, because I'm just playing a little bit part of this clip, and then I'm gonna go to the scriptures.
this genre, I guess, for lack of a better term, is the Mary Kay Letourneau case out of Florida. That's going to be 20 years ago. But I got to tell you, my first impressions about this case is we have yet to find out the real facts behind this case. I guarantee you there's a lot more going on here that we're going to get out of a local TV news report. They probably got many things wrong, actually, but the district attorney is not talking, and that's because it hasn't happened yet. But I feel like when we finally hear from the DA, when we get some behind-the-scenes information, there are going to be some very key details that are going to come out that might just change some people's minds about how this case is being dealt with. Here's what I
see. My thing is, when it's a woman, it's things that might have been, they want to look into the case. But like I said, if this was a man, just think, if this was a man, you don't want to hear anything. She was depressed, she was going through this, you don't know how she felt, when it's a woman, or stuff might change the case when you look at, they never do this when it's a man. They never look into the case, he was going through depression, or, I'm going to use the R. Kelly for example. They never looked at what he was going through. They never looked into the case, what was this man going through? They just looked at the woman's point of view, So I call that bullshit.
Here's what I have in mind. I think we're going to find out that this young man was living with this woman, the defendant, for several weeks for some reason. There must be a reason why he wasn't living with his own mother in his own home at age 13. Why was he living with the defendant? Why had it been going on for so long? What was going on there in the background? Another thing is, as the legal expert on the news clip said, there are many times prosecutors and defense attorneys have to make a deal, or they choose to make a deal, because it's going to be much smoother a process. Think about the trauma that would be compounded on this young man if this case went to trial, and he was forced to testify in front of a jury of 12 strangers about this very, very intimate, very distressing, very traumatic event in his life. I think that there's understandable some joking that's going to happen anytime you see that the victim is a boy, because we have this kind of tradition that, men are the macho ones, the ones seeking out sex, and that women are the ones that are most preyed upon. And there's some truth behind that. You've got to remember that the majority of the sex crimes that are laws in the United States came out of a tradition of deep, deep disrespect of women. And we've got to start deconstructing the structural misogyny in laws. I don't think that this woman is a woman who belongs in prison. And we can talk about that in more detail.
Wait a minute. Well, okay, all right. Guys, listen. This is my
And there you go. There you go. A lot of these, that's why you have these things going on, allowing these women to do, because you got these fucking Edomite simps. This guy, he looked like an Edomite, so I'm going to call him an Edomite for right now. But I wanted to play that clip because that's why you got things going on. This, if this was a man, it's they turning things upside down, They're allowing these women, and this guy's probably a feminist, but the lead attorney, I'm about to rebuttal this.
brother. I love him. This is my former law partner. I was like, he on some bullshit. Okay, you don't think she should be in prison?
I do not.
Okay, obviously.
So I don't think a man should be in prison. You know, if he's going to do that, then I don't think a man should be in prison. If he was to do that, you see how double standards this is. I'm not going to play no more of this clip because he's about to go in on it. But I wanted to make this. I didn't want to make this too long, so let's go to the scriptures. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 10, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." And prescribe means to write, you know. So unrighteous decrees, that's laws. Your unrighteous laws, you know, against men. To allow, and when you take the man out the house, and when you keep trotting down on the so-called black man, and men in general, in this world, and that's Queen of Heaven worship. They prop up the woman. That brings destruction to a society. And that's what they're doing. Isaiah 29 and 15. Isaiah 29 and 16. "Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of it, him that framed it, he have no understanding?" So this man then turned everything, managed to turn everything upside down, you know. And now every law, when you go to these court systems, every law is in favor of the woman. And as you got that simp, he might have been a northern tribe, that this simp guy that looked like an Edomite on the lead attorney channel. Let me go back to him. Yeah, you got simps like this guy, Arturo Corso, which he might be a Jake, but you got simps like that is passing these laws, you know, and they're up and they are allowed to do this because who is over them? These upper echelon Edomites that's allowing these Jakes and these Edomites or whoever to pass it's like tears, you know, the taskmasters, you know. And this guy, he's just a lawyer but you got actual guys like him that had the same mind frame that's passing these laws. I'm sure the judge that allowed this to happen, allow her for no jail time, he had the same mind frame as this guy. But let me play a little bit more of this.
We have not talked about this, but this is going to be a great conversation. Go ahead.
You have to victimization. He's not going to be on the stand 5 days, but the process is going to go on. There's people on death row. There are innocent people who have been executed by the.
But that's all I'm playing on this. I hope this was edifying to the body. You know, I don't see too many videos on this. Like I said, it's hypocritical. So I hope this was edifying to the body. Till again, shalom.